Noah Allen, DeAndre Yedlin, and Santiago Morales. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Any questions in the room? Well, we'll go over there. Then we'll go to Ian. Just wait for the microphone real quick, please.
DeAndre, teammates big signing for him, Alejandro Pozuelo. What kind of energy and hope does that give to his team going to the playoff push?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know the quality that he has. I've gotten a lot of texts already, just from former players that have played against him, players that have played with him, saying, the type of player he is and what he can bring to our team. So we're obviously extremely excited to bring him in, and it creates even more competition in that position. So it's a great signing for us, and we're all really excited to welcome him in and get him started.
We'll go next question, Ian. Go ahead. It's fine without the mic. It's fine. Yeah.
DeAndre, just you played your fair share of rivalry games, USA, Mexico, Seattle, Portland, etc. This is starting to get the feel of one of those, but now it's starting to get for playoff, pride as well, playoff standings. How much more does that add in terms of the other ones that you felt, and heading to their place this weekend with all that's surrounded this week? How do you stay focused on what's at hand?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're not at the end of the season yet, so it's not one of those things where it's like desperation, but at the end of the day, we are going to play our rival, and we do want to take 3 points. It's not a game where we're trying to go and maybe just get a point out of it. We want to go win, and we want to win at their place. I think the Open Cup left a bad taste in our mouths, especially mine. So we want to go and kind of redeem ourselves, and it'd be great to do it, especially there.
Well, next question, Michelle.
I have a question for Santi. I have a question for DeAndre. Santi, can you just talk about growing up with your dad, being such a big star in the league and everything? I mean, I guess from the time you were a baby, probably, you've known about MLS and everything. What kind of influence was that, when you getting to this point, and just if you could talk about that. And then DeAndre, can you talk a little more about Alejandro Pozuelo and, what does he bring this team? What added piece does he add to the group?
Well, obviously, my dad has had a big influence. He's taught me a lot since I was little. I've always gotten the chance to be around the professional environment, which I think was also good for me. And yeah, he just had a good influence on me.
At first, I want to say congrats to Santi as well and the U15 team. It's a great accomplishment, and it's crazy because I played against Javi. So now to be sitting up here with his son, and MVP of the tournament, right? Yeah. MVP of the tournament. So that's amazing. And I know it will continue. For Pozuelo, I think I mean he's just a creator. He's a real 10. He's a guy that can pull something out of a hat for us if we need it. He's has amazing vision. I've seen some of the assists that he's given, and it's incredible. So that's really important. I think from your 10 that not only is he scoring goals, but he's also creating goals. And that's what makes him a great player. I think he ties everybody in, brings everybody together as far as getting them on the ball. And at the end of the day, he will make us a better team. So that's exactly what we want.
We'll go next question, Franco.
I'll take it. Yeah, it's just, I mean, he's a great guy, and I think the first thing that you'll notice about everybody on this team is they're just generally good people. So I think he has great character, and he's fit in with everybody well already. So I'm excited to really get started playing with him.
Yeah, no, touch on that. I agree. He's a good guy. Introduced himself to me, super nice, and made me feel like already I'm his friend, and I'm really excited to play with him. He's a top player. So
we'll go next question, Jose Rodriguez, then Javier Guerrero.
Thank you, Rafa. My question is for Noah. I just want to get your thoughts on the experience playing in Honduras in the under 20 tournament, and obviously it was a challenging tournament, I guess, for you guys because you were not only playing for a spot in the World Cup, but as well for a spot in the Olympics, which it's a long way to go. Maybe so many things can happen between now and the Olympics, but you had that responsibility to take back the United States to the Olympics. Can you share your thoughts on that, please? Thank you.
Yeah, it was one of the best experiences of my life so far. I learned so much. I made so many friends, great bonds and stuff, and just being in an environment so similar to my team Inter Miami. I felt like confident going into it, and then getting there, I felt ready to play with these guys because I've been playing with top players, the whole year, and it was just a really good tournament to be over there, and I learned so much, and I'm just ready to bring it back here.
Next question, Javier.
How you doing, guys? My question is for Santi. Santi, you scored a nice goal in the championship game. What was your thought the moment the ball was being passed into you? You were coming into the space, you were about to hit it. What was going on in your mind at that moment?
Yeah, it was a good collective play by the team with good passes. I had the opportunity to put the finishing touch on it. But obviously, it was a great feeling, just a rush of adrenaline and happiness. See the ball go into the net for the 2-0. So yeah, just really great moment. Happy that it could help the team win the championship.
Next question, Mauricio Venegas, then Ian Hest. Go ahead, Mauri.
Sorry about that. Didn't realize I was muted. This question is going to be for Santi and for Noah. First of all, congratulations on your recent success. And I wanted to ask you guys, what does the club provide for you guys in terms of the development pathway? What does the club provide for you guys to grow as players? For Noah, as you went from the academy to Inter Miami CF2 and now the first team, and for Santi, for you as you have been developing and growing through the academy teams.
No, I mean, it provides top class facilities, the best coaches, it provides a lot, and I wouldn't be the player without, all these facilities and all the staff and everything. And, it's really prepared me for, coming up with the first team and second team, and, even going with the US, just learning everything. It's so professional here. And, I know Santi will use all the tools and stuff to continue.
Yeah, there's world-class facilities here. All the staff and all the teammates really make you feel like that you're part of a family, that it's kind of like a home, and it's just great.
Next question, Ian, then Michelle.
No, I'm wondering if it was all business between you, Eddie, and Izzy, or if there was some good trash talking.
Yeah, there was some good trash talking before. No, I was really rooting for them. I was watching all their games at the hotel. There wasn't that much to do over there, so we're watching all the games. And then once I saw that they were in the final, I didn't text them at all, and it was business from there. But no, I'm happy for Eddie and Izzy, and that the DR team is real good, and I'm happy for them too.
Next question, Michelle.
DeAndre, can you just talk about the overall mood? It just seems like, earlier in this season, it was kind of a downer. All of a sudden now you guys are on a really good run over the last 7 games, having all these youth players winning everywhere all over the world, and the U15s, and then these 2 signings in the last week. Just kind of what's the team mood right now, the atmosphere when you guys found out about Pozuelo yesterday? What's it like right now in the locker room and on the field?
Yeah, I think everybody's excited. Everybody's buzzing. You go to the beginning of the year and things take time. You know what I mean? Things take a lot of time, and to build a team is not easy. You have to get first of all, the right characters. Everybody has to be bought into the plan. And to everybody's credit, staff involved, everybody has bought in. We've created a culture that I think we're pretty happy about, and we continue to build on that culture. And hopefully that culture, as you can see, we have winners here, is creeping down into the academies, into the second team. And then that's when you create a club that, makes history. So at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. And we still have a lot of work to do, but it's a good sign because I think we're on an incline right now. We're going up right now, and we're gonna try to continue to progress.
I want to ask one quick follow-up. After the practices, there's a group of you that walk around barefoot and just, I don't know if you discuss life, you're, fixing all the world's problems. I don't know. How did that tradition start, and what kind of topics do you guys cover in those conversations?
Yeah, it's called grounding, and me and Drake, we tend to be pretty spiritual people. So we just started doing it one day and asked if people wanted to join, and slowly but surely, more and more people are joining. And first off, it feels good just on your feet, especially after a training. But second of all, it's just a good time to socialize without phones and, maybe talk about things other than soccer. We're around soccer a lot. So just to be able to talk about, like you said, world's problems or anything really. I think that's the great thing about this group is, we all recognize each other as humans first. And, we know we go through adversity and things like that. So to be able to talk about that stuff with those guys, and maybe, I have a problem that they may have an answer to, or they have a problem that, somebody else might have an answer to. Just be able to talk with them about that stuff is great. And that it's a great, routine that we have to be able to do that.
Therapy group.
It is therapy. It is therapy. Yeah.
We'll do the last three questions. Franco, then Jose, then Mauricio.
DeAndre, you've got 2 goal scorers next to you. You got to get one now. But no,
Trust me.
no, you obviously scored one there. You don't often score. You got one there. What is it like? What did it feel like to get a goal for yourself as normally a defender? And then DeAndre, a question for this weekend. The last 2 games, you guys have come from behind to pull out results to get 4 points. What do you guys need to do to improve, though, from the run of play? So you're not in these situations where you have to, scramble in the last 15, 20, 30 minutes to try to get the result. What needs to be better there from the run of play starting Saturday in Orlando?
Yeah, well, felt good to get a goal in a final and my first goal for my country. Honored and blessed, and couldn't be more happy now looking back at it.
I think you go to the beginning of the year and you can see the progression. I think, like you said, now we're at the point where we're hopefully moving into a zone where we can start dominating teams and, killing the game early, being 2-0 up, 3-0 up. I think it's just at the end of the day, it's we just have to be more clinical in front of the goal. And that comes from everybody. It's not just the attackers. It's the defenders too, making sure, we're closed in, making sure when the ball comes back out, we're there to win second balls, crosses, be more clinical with crosses, just that little bit of quality. And that's what's going to bring this team from, where we are to the next level. But again, that's why we're on the training pitch every day to try to clean up some of those mistakes. And, hopefully we can put in a good performance against Orlando.
Jose?
Yeah, my question is for Noah. Noah, I want to take you back a little bit to the game against Honduras. Obviously, playing away from home and in a full stadium, which is something that didn't happen very often in the tournament, but it did happen in the most important game for you guys. How much do you take from that experience playing in that environment, and what is it going to be required for you from now on until the World Cup, so that you can earn a spot in the team? Thanks.
Yeah, it's just staying fit and doing the best for my teammates now. I have a goal, and the goal is to help the team make playoffs here. And I'm gonna go into training every day and focus on myself, focus what I need to get better and how I can help the team. And I know that stuff will imply to me, helping me get a spot in the World Cup. And that's just my job. That's what I have to do. Going back to the Honduras game, it was a wild game. There was like 25,000 people throwing stuff on the stage, on the field, and the lasers and stuff. But it was a good experience. They're really passionate about the game, and after they all clapped for us, which was nice. And it's just overall one of the craziest experiences of my life, and I'm so grateful I was able to be a part of it.
And we'll do the last question, Mauri.
Hi, this question is for DeAndre. Can you talk about the league's growth with MLS Next and MLS Next Pro? And can you tell me a little bit about how it feels to be working again with Chris, who brought you to the league back in 2010?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have to talk too much. I think I have two guys, right next to me that kind of answer that question. I think obviously being one of the first homegrowns, and then now, being around, these two players that I think when I was their age, right now they're so much more advanced than I was. And that just shows the progression of what's going on with the youth in this country, which is great to see. That's what we need to compete with the best in the world. But I think, we're on that path, which is great. So credit to these guys for putting in the work and learning and absorbing. And, it's great that, they can be in a professional environment every day. What was the other question? Working with Chris. That's right. Well, he's in here, so I guess I gotta cheese it up a little bit. No, it's great. It's nice to have somebody, especially when you're new to a place, nice to have somebody that that you can talk to, that you can trust. And he's welcomed me in to this club so well, and everybody has really. It's a pleasure working with him. When I was speaking with him, before I came here, I had no doubts that this is the right place because he was here. So just really fortunate to be working with him again. And, hopefully we can make something special happen here at this club.
Thank you. And that concludes today's press conference. Thank you, everyone.